Hello, what is going on, guys? My name is Webley Webster, and today, this is some Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, and I recently converted one of my friends over to Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and I performed sort of an exorcism, I guess you could call it, and rid him of the demon that is Call of Duty on the Xbox 360. And that's sort of what this commentary is about. It is my thoughts about consoles and the filthy console peasants that play them. And that actually, maybe calling them filthy peasants, just sort of gave away some of my feelings towards consoles. Now, this is all my opinion, but since it is my opinion, it also means that it is 100% fact, truth, and the absolute law of the universe. That's what my opinion is. But yeah, my opinion will probably be a bit biased simply because I play exclusively multiplayer first-person shooters. That is, well, yeah, exclusively. Also, this is theater mode, and people are invisible. But the thing is, the way I play multiplayer first-person shooters is on the PC, using a keyboard and mouse. The way a first-person shooter is meant to be played. FPS games were not meant to be played on controllers. You are expected, in first-person shooters, to be able to be precise with your bullets, which is something that is incredibly difficult on controller. It's almost impossible to have good aim on a controller. You know, some pros have pretty good aim, but even they are not going to be as good as a PC player. Someone on a keyboard and mouse, an amateur player on a keyboard and mouse, can have better aim than a professional player on a controller. That's just the fact of it. The thing is, also, the general community has sort of agreed that first-person shooters do not work on console, which is why there are two first-person shooters that are acceptable to play on a console. There's Call of Duty, which I still don't believe should ever be played on console, just because it is a first-person shooter. And then there is Halo, which is a console exclusive, and would have probably been quite good on PC. From the little Halo experience that I have, I believe I remember being auto-aimed into the dirt, which means that the game plays itself for you, and everyone has aimbot. Because that's the only way that you can actually have a first-person shooter function on a console. Also, the pro players that I were mentioning, the Call of Duty professional players, they all play with aim assist on. Their aim is quite impressive, I guess. No, it isn't. They're just playing with aim assist. It's not that hard. Like, really, like a few hours of practicing with a controller, I could probably aim decently well, get COD gameplays on an Xbox if I wanted to. If I could put up with the mics always being on, unless you mute them, or the limited field of view, which, by the way, I'm recording without my field of view changer on, from theater mode, which is why there's a bit of a mouse shake. I think that's a glitch that happens. Anyway, and the 60 frames per second, which is, by the way, the minimum playable FPS frame rate if you are a console player. That's not good. 60 is not good, and I actually heard on the Call of Duty, the Ghost multiplayer reveal, that moving into the next generation, we are going to continue to bring you the great quality of Call of Duty that you love. On these new systems, we're still going to be 60 FPS, 1080p, which means that you've got all these next-gen, and I'm doing air quotes right there, systems, and you haven't actually improved your game at all. It's still just as average as it ever was. Not to mention skillless. Call of Duty, with the exception of sniping, which is what I'm doing right here, because that's actually why I'm doing it, Call of Duty is basically does not require any actual skill, which is why I'm happy that I have converted one of my friends to Counter-Strike, which requires skill. It's actually quite difficult. And as Buddhist monk once said, for a video game to be rewarding, it must first be challenging. A Buddhist monk said that. That's actually not true. I made that up. But it's true. It's not true that a Buddhist monk said it, but it is true that in order for a game to be rewarding, it must first be challenging. That part is fairly accurate, I would like to say. But yeah, personally, I believe that the fact that people have even attempted to make first-person shooters work on a console is a travesty. That is the word I would describe, the word I would use to describe the fact that first-person shooters exist on console. It is a travesty. Stop doing it. There's literally no point, or at least I don't know. Yeah, there's no point. You can't make it work. Controllers were not meant to play first-person shooters. In fact, almost no games were meant to be played on a console. They're just crappy PCs. Anyway, that's all. That's my feelings on consoles. Like, comment, subscribe really helps me out. Really appreciate putting in videos every day. If you're a console player, I apologize. Your life is terrible. And I will see you all next time.